I've already done prep, added the tips and blended. This is Young Nails Speed Clear. Some of you may remember I waited a while before ordering Young Nails, and when I did, I'm not sure if I said it, but I got it because of a student. She's real big on Young Nails, so I figured it was about time. In fact, she was the one doing my hand massage on that easy Saturday when I hung out from nail station to nail station. And by the way, in that video I mentioned she was close to completion. Well, she finished and graduated a few weeks ago. And guess what else? She DM'd me and is officially starting at a salon. I am so proud, and I mean so happy and proud right now. Congratulations, Vic. Much love to you. I find this Speed Clear works so well, and even though I know I did a swatch of it before and used it many times, I don't know, for some reason today I paid more attention to it, and I was really enjoying doing these nails today. I'm using my size 14 Rainbow Ombre Acrylic brush by Shine Chance, and this is also Young Nails Monomer. I wondered if you noticed, but I did switch up the nail tips. I'm using 3XL Square by iGel. Don't even get me to lie on how to say the name, but you can find them on Amazon, and you already know everything I use is in the description box. The middle finger will get a second layer so that it matches the thickness of the other nails that'll get nude. I'm doing it now since I'm already doing clear, then I won't have to switch back and forth when using the nude. And the acrylic pattern will be the same on both hands. And as always, laying clear keeps from staining on the natural nails, no different than doing a clear layer of polish. And with acrylic, it also creates added strength for longer nails like this. Laying the clear base can also depend on the plan for the set. So let's say my client will keep the nails on and change out to like a new look later. Then the clear will be that foundation to file down to for rebuilding a fresh set and design. So this nude is that custom mix I did. As a matter of fact, I mixed a new batch because it looks like I'll be doing more videos like this because I had to start wearing the gloves again. Good news though, my natural nails are growing like crazy, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, the nude will go on the pinky, ring, index, and thumb, and the middle finger will be clear just like the other hand. Oh, and now that I've used this brush for a while too, this actually sat in my cart for more than a month before I even made the choice to purchase it, because the last thing you want to do is skimp on brush quality. And truthfully, as much as I wanted it and was drooling over it, I was really hesitant. I kept making myself think, if I don't like it, it can be a conversation piece on my desk. Now I know I'm not the only one that does this, but fortunately it turns out to be pretty reliable for the price. And even with brushes, what others like isn't necessarily what you'll like. And it always isn't just about the brush hairs being natural. It could be the brush hair length, it could be the brush size, it could be the handle, or any number of other things. Just know that it's inevitable that you will go through a number of brushes before you come across the one that's right for you. I've used this at school since late March and in my most recent and upcoming videos. It's definitely natural hairs, which are ever so slightly stiffer than my old brush, and it's so slight that it's almost hard to tell the difference if it weren't for my use with my old brush over a long period of time. And it retains and releases liquid accordingly. I'd like to think the time I took before deciding to get it paid off well. Some brief clips of filing. I've been being careful because remember I sliced the pinky with hand filing? And shaping the cuticle arch. I'm using a 5-in-1 carbide bit. And maybe you saw my shorts video, me being mischievous, but when I was doing this, I realized that I need to say never forget the shape from your client's perspective. And I put up a short saying, I don't expect to have this conversation again. I was just being sarcastic and funny, and I figured many wouldn't get it and a lot won't. But I also realized that it hadn't come up before because I've been doing my own nails. You also saw the preview of these nails, and I'm not sure if I'll keep doing those premieres. It was an experiment, and the full videos are getting the views. This lilac polish is by Glam, and it's called Light Lilac, and it'll go on the pinky, index, and thumb. And I'm glad that you're here because this set went through some things. This chrome powder is by a company called Art Done, and it's on Amazon. And this will go on the pinky of this hand and the index of the other. Now it might be hard to see the pearly color variation in the camera, but this is how it turned out. I hope you can see it. It's so pretty. But like I was saying, this set did go through some things. One was, I did this design with silver and purple, intending it to be the background for the flowers to sort of flow over it, but it didn't work out. I could barely see the lilac, but I left it in just like I did in the last video because I want you to see that sometimes we go through and aren't always content with every set, especially when it's freestyle and the ideas that you plan don't necessarily work. But eventually this will get covered up anyway. Then the second thing, I had in mind to go with glossy for this nail. See me going underneath to get the shine? And the set turned out nice. I just wished I hadn't done that and went matte. I knew that I was doing flowing 3D flower patterns, and they more than likely cover up most of it like I was saying, because this was really only for background, so I just kept going, and it's actually hard to even notice the lines after all. But this time I used matte top coat on this hand, and I have been so hooked on the 3D flower patterns lately. I started calculating that I could lay 2 beads and move faster. On this hand, I finished the bouquet of flowers over to the next finger and applied matte finish, which by the way is cured for 60 seconds. Then no white glossy top coat to all the other fingers, which was also cured for 60 seconds. Now the third thing, which was the worst to me. So remember that crisp shape that I even did in the shorts video? The top coat pulled at the tips. And that's not the fault of the top coat. I didn't polish too thick, but if anyone remembers the battle of the top coats we did, you'll know Venalisa top coat, which is what I used, was a front runner when it came to filling in any spaces and crevices. Not that there was any needed, but that also makes it fluid, so it has that flow. And that's pretty much what happened. It started to flow before I could finish all the fingers, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people cure your 4 fingers, because they all face in one direction, and then do the thumb by itself. So I had to file some of the sides down where it collected, and they still turned out nice. My original plan for the set was to, and I said this in the last video, I've become attached to the idea of flowing gems with flowers, and I won't include the whole time I did this because it took a while, but various size AB crystals and gold caviar beads. Finishing it off with these flowing butterflies. and I think they still turned out beautiful. If you agree, hit the like button for me. And if you're here for the first time, consider subscribing because I have much more to come. I always appreciate you spending your time with me and definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Much love.